What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Chris here at Cullowalla South Farm. Well, I have to apologize, guys. I have not been very good about grabbing the camera since I've been home. It's a little overwhelming when I first get home, usually diving into projects and kind of figuring out where I need to start. It usually takes me about a week to get on my feet and kind of figure things out. So anyway, as you know, as the last video, we got the mill last week. So I got a small hunk of log on it down there, and we're gonna fire it up and give it a test here shortly. But first I figured we'd do a quick kind of update video on Christmas trees and kind of what's going on around the farm. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so we're up here in the initial Christmas tree patch with our bare roots, and all in all they look okay. We did lose a few more over the winter and spring, and due to this drought, and I think some deer pressure as well. But for the most part, most of them are surviving. They're growing. I wouldn't say they're thriving, but they don't look terrible. There's definitely been some deer munching on them, and this real dry weather has not helped them. They are growing, but definitely not growing as much as I'd like. But all in all, they're okay. We will have to replace the dead loss. Problem is, again, I'm having difficulty finding bare roots. I was hoping to do a fall planting this year, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I have not been able to locate any bare roots, so we'll see. Now for the bad news. Our plug seedlings, not doing good at all. We did manage to find some. Unfortunately, this field overgrew. It didn't get maintained when I was gone, which happens. And I've been up here trying to kind of hack the weeds back to find them, and I have found a few, but they're pretty small. I really would have thought we would have had a little bit more growth. Again, the dry weather, weed pressure from the long grass here. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do about these. There's a lot that are missing. It apparently looks like wildlife is really, the deer have definitely been up here and chomped down some. It's almost good. The ones that we do have may survive because of the weeds, but the weeds are getting to the point where it's going to start really getting overgrown. So I haven't really figured out exactly what I'm going to do. I'm debating whether just writing this field off as a loss and starting over and trying to get some bigger stock. Not sure, because yeah, these plugs really haven't grown. So not sure what we're going to do, but that is kind of bummer. I was really hoping these plugs would do well and they would have taken right off and at least grown, you know, 3 or 4 inches. You know, they really haven't grown at all. They're pretty much the same size as when we planted them. So, but anyway, that's kind of the Christmas tree update. Hoping to figure out what we can do to get some trees, whether I have to buy a small number of potted trees, not sure. Exploring options there, because it's really hard to get seedlings right now, and especially doing a fall planting, it looks like nobody has them available. I might try switching species. I don't know. Really like to stay with at least fir. These are all balsams. Maybe we'll go into some canons or maybe a Fraser. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, guys, that's the update on the Christmas trees, and then we'll head into the field. All right, guys, so here we are down in the south field. This was the field that we made several videos on in the spring. We had the excavator here, we cleared it. We used the tractor to move all the debris, and then we did some raking and seeding. Unfortunately, the seeding didn't go quite as well as I would have liked. We did get some growth. It is green. A lot of it is like a natural grass. I'm not sure what it is. It's a little more yellowish than green. We did get some of our clover. Not as much as I would have liked, and I don't see really much of the other grasses, the rye and the fescue that we planted. So we will definitely have to do another planting down here in the fall. We'll plant some more clover and some more desirable grasses. Eventually, maybe in the future, we'd like to possibly take some hay off this field. It is going to go for Christmas trees, but we're going to plant those over several years. So we really would kind of like to get some hay off of this possibly, or have it to be able to run animals in at some point in the future. So I think that'll be our plan, is doing a fall seeding to try to get a little bit more desirable grasses down here. I think now we'll head up and I'll show you guys what I've been working on in the other section of the field. And I'm going to throw the drone up for a little bit so you guys can kind of check this out from see what it looks like from the air versus what it looked like in the spring. All right, guys, so here we are in the main field behind the house. You probably saw from the drone footage that I've been kind of working this area like we did down on the south field, and you know, getting the piles of debris out and raking it. And so we've done a pretty decent section, probably half an acre section here. We've got raked and pretty well cleaned up. Needs a little bit more fine tuning. And the hope is we have another section on the other side that we did already. So we just have this middle section here to get cleaned up, and then we can kind of connect them and we can seed this section and then start working our way up the hill. Only part of the hill's been stumped, so I'm hoping maybe in the next month we can get the excavating crew back here and get some more stumping done. I haven't touched base with them yet, but I'm hoping you know, they have some availability, so we can get them back and do some more stumping and get this field basically completely done this fall and you know, ready to seed. This field will probably primarily be more of a hay field. We might do some Christmas trees in the steeper spots, but I think we're going to do more of an alfalfa mix here in this field, and try to really get it to make some high quality hay that we can grow to sell or for eventual if we ever get animals. So I think that's the plan for this field, guys. And that's kind of what's been going on the farm. The last 2 days were really hot, so I spent those in the tractor working up here in the AC, you know, just moving piles of debris, raking a lot, and working on that stuff. And then, you know, a lot of other little puttering. So the next thing we'll do is we'll head down to where the sawmill is and check that out. We did some work down there today as well. All right, guys, so here we are down in the our lower log yard, and we did add a toolbox to the front of the mill on the trailering set to basically keep all of the associated tools for the mill. That way, if we do take it somewhere, everything's right there. You don't have to worry about it. It's all in the box. We also set up a security chain here across the opening to this yard with a little side pass-through over here that we can just squeeze the Can-Am, and actually we can, but barely squeeze the tractor through. It is tight, but we can make it. But primarily I wanted something that we could squeeze the Can-Am through, especially during sugaring season, since we use this main road for where we collect all of our sap. So anyway, all right, guys, well, we actually had to move the mill and then re-level everything because it wasn't in a great spot. So we're all set up here. We're all leveled off. We have a small piece of red oak here in the mill. And yeah, we're gonna cut some 4/4 out of it, actually, so I can use it to put the jacks on. Well, we can jack it down a little and then it can sit on some of this red oak. So anyway, guys, we're gonna try out the new mill. does a nice job, that's for sure, guys. She does a nice job. Actually, a pretty nice piece of red oak. But yeah, I think we'll cut some more up. I'm gonna flip this over and we'll square it off and cut some more pieces out of it for the feet here. Alright guys, so there's the sawmill in action. We're definitely got a lot to learn when it comes to this machine. You know, I've never used one before, so it's all going to be a learning experience, but I'm very happy with it. It works great. We really should have moved the clamp down farther here, from up here to here. One clamp really wasn't enough as the log got lighter. I should have known that. I noticed it at the end. It was wiggling a little bit, but hey, that's part of the learning curve. So anyway guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. And like I like to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. And just remember, it'll be all right.